Hey guys, so I'll be talking about a couple of set pieces today, as well as a couple of midfielder movements to create space moving down the field. So of course this is a bit raw. I'm trying to really get used to this YouTube. With TikTok, it's a little easier because of all the editing tools and everything are right there in the program. But you know, right now I'm trying to really build up a good kind of template that I can work with that you guys will enjoy. So what I'm thinking I'll be doing is this kind of like fun little intro, where then I'll do a couple of board work, we'll look at some videos, we'll look at some goofy videos, we'll look at some, comments. We'll just move down and really try to create a nice fun video that's about 15 minutes long. But I'm really new to all of this. This is something different, and we'll definitely get a lot of field work. I've got a nice tall tripod that can help film. We'll create some fun challenges, we'll have some fun. So I'm really looking forward to this, but as we go through, please keep in mind I'm still new. But thank you so much for your support. Okay, so we're going to talk about a set piece that I run for corners that will create a ton of opportunities for your team, especially the more and more you get to practice with it. The reason why this set piece is kind of called the gauntlet is because of the way you make fake runs and basically create a bunch of pandemonium with the defense, but instead of you being standing present in their box, you're now standing on the outside of it. They're usually being facing you, but the one key component is you have to decide between these two which one's going to make the run, and this is what the run is. So what will happen is you'll set up out here with the corner. One of these people will decide, let's say it's the furthest person. What they're going to do is make a run like this that comes out to here. What this is going to do is be a fake run. So as this person's moving across, almost 9 times out of 10, one of the defenders will follow, opening up a space out here. This person will then run to the top here, while this person circles around and covers back door. This person here will typically stay there or will make a crash run to goal, depending on what they feel like doing. That's a good thing about this. It leaves a utility person that can then read the field and either pull someone out and create more space here. But the key here is the corners will always be put right here. And the reason why is you have to have a point place where you want the ball to go. By creating all this confusion and movement in the box, you actually provide a lot of opportunities. So now it's technically not all these people, just the corner and the runner. And this actually helps combat any kind of offside trap the defense might be running on the corner kick, because you don't have anybody just standing still. Everybody's moving. And I've seen this play create so many opportunities and just miss shots or whatever, because it just takes a lot of practice. But what this does is it really pulls the defense, makes them either force them to communicate. If they don't communicate, this runner can pull 2-3 people because they expect you to do a short ball, and this will never be a short ball. Never. I've never run this as short ball. It's always aiming for the middle right here in the sweet spot so that the runner can then shoot to goal. Opportunities create success. Just because one opportunity didn't work doesn't mean the next one won't. Here's another set piece that I run with the corner. Now I call this one, we always came up with funny names, but this is another way to create a lot of pandemonium by not just standing in the box. So once again, you'll have a fake person that will go about halfway out to kind of pull defenders. So now they are afraid that we might do the short. But once again, I don't really utilize the short because it doesn't provide as many opportunities as I would like. What will happen here is, once again, on this side, you'll decide who will stay. 2 people, one will go here, one will go to the top of the 18. This person is crashing to goal here, and this person will come here. As soon as they make their run in, they'll come in this direction, and typically what will happen now is that ball will then be played here. You'll have multiple opportunities for at least 1 or 2 people to get the ball to have a shot on goal. Now this does a few things. One, you have 2 people back door that provide that support on the outside. You have this person crashing in slowly. You have this person crashing in slowly. You have this person creating space in the middle. With this person kicking the ball in and then coming back to recover. What happens when they recover back, they are able to judge this area to keep pressure moving downfield, prevent a touch out or whatever, but also provides a little bit of support in case something were to happen that caused the ball to come out and prevent a counter, so that if they receive the ball here, they can play it back in, and they have options. That's the reason why I always hold at least one person back, so that if they have to, you are able to then switch the ball and go to the corner to go back inside. It's messy. If you're able to follow this, that's great. But the whole point of this is to pretty much talk about why movement in the top is so important, especially with any kind of corner kick. Because when you run this play is probably one of the more messy ones, but once you run it a few times, it actually makes a lot more sense. So once again, this is the play again. You will have a runner come in. Once they start to make their slow run here, and you see that the defenders are checking out to cover these two people, this person will run in. This person will kind of come back door, near door, and then top the PK. This person doesn't have to make a run. They can stay out. Because the idea, once again, is once this person plays the ball here, they swing it over here, which could do two things. One, it creates a lot of space, but two, once that ball is played out, if it is deflected out, they can then receive the ball and play it back to the far corner, and you can try again. So this is the play a little less messier. So I hope this makes some sense and helps you with developing your own idea of, what can you do to create opportunities from kicks from the corner. Okay, so here's a free kick option that a lot of people will run. So typically you'll have one person up here that will be, doing the kick. Typically I tell my players always have two, because you have to keep the distance. They cannot just come straight out. Well, what I do is I put two of my players at the sides of each of the wall. So basically it makes it very difficult for the goalkeeper to see, and this kind of ruins his ability to manage the wall well, because he can't tell you, hey, get out of the wall. Because you have every right to be there. As long as you're not pushing and shoving and breaking the rules of the game, you can stand on either side of them, no problem. And they can't push you. So this kind of restricts the wall in a way that they can only move so much. So what I do is I always have a fake runner. So they don't touch the ball. They run here, and typically this guy will break off. The defenders will, of course, follow and start going to place. And then the idea is to play the ball here for this guy to run in on and to take a shot. The other reason why I have these three out here is if this doesn't work, you can always play it even further across and go to goal this way. The idea, though, is you have to make sure that you stay on sides. So this play has to be done really, really quickly. So this all happens within a split, or not a split second, but it happens very quickly. So the fake runner, guy goes with, breaks the wall up, pulls people to the side because they think you're going to play there. You play down the middle for this guy or these three to run onto the ball and create opportunities on goal. This has worked very well for me. Typically, these are just dummy runners to just create pandemonium and open up the middle for opportunities for this guy here to run on ball and score. So this guy has to be very well adapt to being able to turn on the ball and shoot with both feet, both the right and the left, because if this were shipped on this side, then of course you'd have to use the opposite foot. So this is a way to create two pulls out to the corner, spread the defense, open up the middle, run, and hopefully get a shot or a goal. So let's talk about midfield and how they can kind of dominate on the offensive half of the field, which is the opponent's half. We're playing this with the 4-4-2, so this is more of a situational thing, but they're very good set pieces that kind of help move the ball and open up space. One of the things that I like to do is tell my midfielders, center mids, to always work off of each other and to get the ball to the outside mid as cleanly and as quickly as possible. So what's going to happen with this one is the guy with the circle around him is the one with the ball. This guy will typically need to run across like this, which will help him move across and play the ball down to the corner for this outside mid to run onto. Whenever you do this, I always like to tell my forwards to switch sides, so switch and switch like this, because once again, this creates even more space because you're moving, you're not just standing still. Whenever the forward moves here and this guy moves to the back door, this allows the outside mid to ping the ball here and then swing the ball across this forward to go in and score on goal. If this doesn't work, this guy goes down, receives the ball. You still have this outside mid coming. So if you were to send the ball long, you still have even more opportunities on goal. So this is a way that you can really create a lot of confusion with the opponent's defense with your offensive half, is by really utilizing both sides of the field and being ambidextrous in the sense that both center mids are able to switch positions, pull center mids, pull defenders, and create openings to go down the sides. A lot of times people will just dribble the ball, and this guy will go with, and basically everything moves in this direction. But whenever you have more of this kind of cycle happening, and then more of a tornado idea, you're now creating space through movement, and you're preventing the center mid from going in the same direction as the ball, because that's not always going to be beneficial if both center mids are moving in the same direction. So move off of each other, move to space to create space for this center mid to go down, send the ball, and from here, of course, he can crash to cover this area of the box, and this center mid can carry top and bottom of the box. So hopefully this helps a little bit with the center mids and understanding how to create space through movement and not just sitting on the ball or following your other center mid to kind of bunch up too much on one side. All right, so those are some, these are just some conceptual ideas. Of course, everything in a sport that goes 90 minutes pretty much without stopping is situational, but these are some things you can run on set plays that will create space, that creates opportunities, and really adds a little bit of fun to certain things, because everyone kind of does the same thing. You stand still, kick the ball, you run for it, and you hope for the best. But this allows you to add a little customization to what you'll be doing. And you can change this around, have fun with it, and of course make it your own. These next videos are bloopers. They're fun, kind of funny things that you guys have sent me, videos that I found on TikTok, from both amateurs, from professionals, and even some of your comments from a couple of my videos that asked, hey, what's the funniest thing that you guys have done so far? So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's take a good look. So nice little step over, and what? That's wow. I think she broke her own ankles on this one. Look at that placement. Stepped in, just went straight to the grass. I think she hit that grass so hard she slid a few feet. It's a problem with artificial turf. It gets very slippery. Very annoying to play on. That's why I prefer real fields with real dirt and grass. All right. Let's look at a little bit of a more professional level. Goalkeeper goes up, takes the guy out. Shot takes from the crossbar, and the ball decides it ain't going in. Oh my God. Let's see that keeper up. Takes the guy out. Ball decides, nope. No, it's still, nope, I'm good. Nope. Yeah, that's better. This guy is just in shambles. He's never going to live this one down. He tripped over the ball, and all he had to do was just tap it in. Just tap, taparoo. When you play those games and you're like, let's play the crossbar challenge. This guy won. I think this guy deserves it. He might have lost this game, but he definitely won the crossbar challenge. No one could crossbar challenge better than this guy, and he has that to live with for the rest of his life. Tutroli says, I was running forward while my teammate was running down the line, and I tripped and face planted. Well, Tutroli, that does not sound too pleasant, but at least you got to have a little bit of a grass snack in the middle of the game, so there's always that. Ivan Sanchez, we were beating this team pretty bad, and I got to play keeper, and our coach said to let the other team score, so I rolled the ball to them and moved, completely out of the goal, and they still missed. Everyone was laughing, not at them, but with them, because they were laughing as well. Unfortunately, I do believe that they were being laughed at, and they were laughing because of the embarrassment. That takes a lot of skill to just rolled the ball, goalie moves out of the ball and is like, give it your best shot. Let me see what you can do. Clearly, that team needs a little more help. So, Josh says, I missed 2 open shots and they took me off. Unfortunately, if you keep missing shots, it makes it very hard to win games. So, sorry that happened, but unfortunately, part of the game is, scoring goals. Actually, it's the most important part of the game, but at least you got the opportunity to play. Some people don't even get off the bench. So Danny says, one time I was waving at my dad and I wasn't concentrating, and then the winger crossed the ball and I accidentally scored a header.
That takes a lot of skill. I honestly have to give you a lot of props because, to tell you the truth, I don't think you give yourself enough credit because either your winger's got one heck of an aim or you're just that good at distracting the other team that you distracted yourself into scoring a goal. I recommend doing this more often.
That's the end of this episode. So I hope you guys liked it. I am trying to get a better kind of setup going that you guys can enjoy, and it makes a little more sense to be put together. It's the first YouTube video that I've done full length like this, and I am hoping to finesse it and get a little bit more cleaner with it and stuff. But it's going to be a process. Once again, I'm doing all the editing on my own. It's not like with TikTok to where you get all the little knickknacks and editing tools and transitions right there in the application. So so if you like this, or if you're interested in watching this channel grow into hopefully something better, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also follow me on TikTok at Coach Ryan or Coach.Ryan. And also don't forget to check out the merch store, which is at shrewsburysoccer.com/shop. All of which can be found in the description below. And once again, thank you so much for your support and for watching the video.